The average IQ of a person in prison is, or a person on death row, is only 85 to begin with. And, as a society, most people sort of have this idea that, well, if you're in prison, you deserve whatever happens to you anyway. They don't take into consideration the fact that the vast majority of people who go to prison are going to be out one day. It's only a tiny fraction that's ever actually going to be executed or spend life in prison. So most people are going to be back in your churches, back in your schools, back in your grocery store, living in your neighborhood. So it's probably not the greatest idea to drive them insane before you let them back out.
Did you feel like you were being driven insane while you were on death row?
Absolutely. You see people snap all the time. I was in solitary confinement for almost a decade, and you would see people that would just snap. One day they seem normal, the next day they're beating the walls until their fists are broken and bloody and screaming that the devil's in their cell. Prison life, what it all comes down to is stagnation.
Right.
Nothing changes. There's no time. Christmas Day is the same as the 4th of July. Midnight is the same as noon. You have to find something that will let you focus on the present moment and build some sort of life for yourself, however hard that is, that gives you something to focus on. I had been in for almost 20 years, and in that much time you start to lose memory. Just for example, I could remember that pizza had been my favorite food when I was a kid, but I couldn't remember what it tasted like anymore. And I didn't want to lose the memories that I did cherish, Christmases and birthdays and things that I loved and places that I loved growing up. So I would write about these things over and over again just to sort of engrave them in my brain so I wouldn't lose them the way that I'd started losing other things.